So people don't know how to talk anymore, and it's honestly getting out of control. I got a story to tell you guys. Like when I first moved into my college dorm, I met some of the friends that I still have to this day. Great people, right? But you already know the college experience. You already know how everybody, is just very social in that environment. Well, I moved in to my college dorm around 2021. So it was right after COVID had really dropped. And, everybody, the typical thing you see online is that people would go door to door. They would knock on doors to get to know everybody, right? They would knock on doors to get to know everybody. And this is exactly what we did because we didn't know anybody on the floor. So we got all the bros, all the bros. We got all the bros that we knew. We all knew in the friend group, right? We all squatted up at my apartment and we're like, hey, man, we about to knock on doors. We're about to get to know everybody in our dorm hall, because that's just the social environment of college. So, we go and knock on doors. We're thinking we're going to make all these friends. So we go and we knock on the first door, right? And from what I remember, it's been a while, it's been years, but from what I remember, the person just doesn't answer, doesn't even open the door. Like, it's like I heard movement and then like it was just no answer. So we say, all right, whatever. And then we knock on the next door. And then this guy opens up the door and he's like, seems a little confused. And he's like, hey, what's up? Not really trying to interact with us. So obviously we could tell he's pretty uncomfortable. So we're like, all right, bro, it's cool. So we go knock on the next door. They don't answer, right? And then we knock on the next door. And then it's just a constant cycle of nobody really trying to interact or communicate in a social environment. And we're not saying that everybody has to communicate, everybody has to like us or things like that. But, this is a norm. This is a norm. And honestly, how it's supposed to be is people leave their doors open so everybody can meet each other. But that didn't even happen. Right. And this is right after COVID. Keep this in mind of where I'm going with this. And, it's just like we're thinking like, bro, why is everybody so antisocial now? And then the RA, she ends up hosting like a get together to get to meet a bunch of people in the, on the floor. And my bad, my camera died. But yeah, my RA hosted, some sort of event for, all the people on the floor to get together and get to know each other. Some type of social event, right? And, me and obviously all the bros from my apartment, we all pull up, right? And we pull up to the event. Then we notice it's like six other people out of I think it was like 45 on the floor pull up to the event too. So we're like, yo, nobody's trying to socialize now. Like everybody's just on their phone. And then, so she makes a group me, right? And, the RA makes a group me with everybody on the floor, right? And keep in mind that barely anybody showed up to the event. And then on the group me, everybody's active on the group me, or at least the people that didn't show up are active on the group me saying, hey, what's up? Introducing themselves and things like that. And they're like, well, bro, we just had an event for us to all introduce ourselves to each other, right? And it's funny, people would rather talk over a phone. People would rather get to know each other over a phone rather than get to know people in real life. And this is why I say, bro, nobody knows how to talk anymore. Like nobody knows how to communicate with each other. Nobody knows how to actually have a connection or a real conversation. It's all online now, which I find very weird. It's even bro, dating apps and things like that. Hey, all I'm going to say is, bro, what happened to, interacting normally, face to face, getting to know each other that way? Why is everything everything's just the point where people would rather interact online than meet people face to face? It doesn't make any sense to me. Wouldn't you want to meet it's just so unnatural, right? And I say all this to say, I don't know if it's COVID. I don't know if it's TikTok, Instagram Reels. I don't know if it's ChatGPT, because I know a lot of people talk to ChatGPT if it's a real person. I don't know what it is, but it's just that now people don't know how to talk. People don't know how to communicate, interact like that anymore. Obviously, there's people that do, right? But, even you could shake another person's hand and they won't even look you in the eye or anything like that. It's just people are very They're just uncomfortable with social interaction now, right? And it's to the point where if you try to be social, if you try to spark up conversation, they look at you like you're the weird one. Like you should be the one online getting to know each other that way, which I find very, right? People just, I don't know what it is. Like drop in the comments what you think it is, but like it's crazy. It's genuinely crazy because it's like years ago, it was not like this. I genuinely think it's like COVID or something like that. That's when everything has just changed. Everything has just shifted to the point where it's like nobody knows how to talk anymore, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, no, most couples these days are meeting online and things like that. And you know, that's great. That's cool, bro. But it's weird how face to face people aren't meeting that way. Like it's weird, man. It's just weird because like face to face, like whether it's a friendship or something like that, that should be the main way you meet people, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's the best way to really like get to know somebody. But now people want to get to know people online, bro. But hey, man, it's some weird things going on. It's some very weird things going on. But hey, let me know what you guys think about that in the comments, man. Different kind of style. It's just a real talk video. I'm gonna be posting a gym video soon. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace.